Minnesota United's fan appreciation game is on Sunday, September 29th against LAFC at 6:30 p.m. Presented by Element Electronics. The first 15,000 fans through the gates here at Allianz Field will receive a knit cap. Visit MNUFC.com for more information. And one final welcome back to Allianz Field, where after 90 grueling minutes, Minnesota United claim postseason football after beating Kansas City by 2-1. Welcome back into the booth one final time. Callum Williams alongside former Gopher soccer star Kyndra de St. Aubin. We'll hear from Jamie Watson shortly as well. What a night at Allianz Field, but an even bigger night across the world of Major League Soccer, Kyndra. As we've said throughout the entirety of the last couple of weeks now, it really is the business end of the season in Major League Soccer, and you need to claim victories like Minnesota have this evening. The fact that they grinded out that win, they got the 3 points at home after not playing their best 45, it was a necessity, not just to clinch the postseason, but to go into the next match with some momentum, with some energy, with some swagger. And this Western Conference is an absolute zoo. It's craziness. And really, 2nd through 8th, and this is no hyperbole, it's going to be decided on the last day. You can see decision day is actually going to be decision day in the Western Conference to see who is going to be sitting in that 2nd through 7th spot to host, specifically Minnesota United, trying to get that home playoff game at Allianz Field. Well, as you can see, Montreal Impact have claimed silverware this evening in Canada by beating Toronto. They lost on the evening, but away goals count. They beat Toronto, beg your pardon, in the opening leg by 1-0, so won the Canadian Cup on goals against aggregate. NYCFC thumping Atlanta United by 4-1 as well. Well, and we're going to say once again, Joseph Martinez, you can tell that Atlanta United need it. No matter how much money they spent on other players around that team and around that offense, they need Joseph Martinez. He needs to get back for them to have a long run into the postseason. All eyes focus on the right-hand side of the screen as well, with the likes of LAFC, Portland Timbers and San Jose Earthquakes all playing this evening and all in need, particularly Portland and San Jose, of a result of some sort. Man, this just makes me want to hop in my car and get home as fast as possible and try to stay up for the rest of those games. It's going to be a tough one, but this Western Conference, you can see it there. Minnesota sitting firm in that 2nd position at 52 points. I say sitting firm because I think 2 points is the most that has separated any team on that left-hand side on the Western Conference in that 2 through 7 for quite some time. So Kansas City, after losing here, now officially out. Houston Dynamo could claw their way back into it, as could the likes of Colorado Rapids, although the outlook is bleak. You would assume, as we said earlier on, Kyndra, the likes of the Earthquakes and the Timbers in desperate need of victory today. We also saw the Galaxy and RSL tying 0-0. As it stands at the half, Minnesota will certainly take that. And you want to see every single one of these results go in Minnesota United's favor, but you also know that if you're Minnesota United, you have your own work to do at home on Sunday in the final home match of the regular season against LAFC. So plenty of work to do for Minnesota United, but this is how the Eastern Conference looks. Just one remaining postseason place available. I think it's safe to say, Kyndra, it'll be between the likes of the Revolution, the Fire, and maybe Montreal Impact. And I never would have thought at the beginning of the season that we'd be talking about the Chicago Fire possibly creeping above that line with the 38 points. New England Revolution started off in a dismal way as well. But their bottom half of that, the 6, 7, 8, really all up for grabs. Really, really intriguing times in the world of Major League Soccer. Just 2 remaining fixtures for Minnesota United in the regular season. As we've said already, they host LAFC. You can find that on national television on Fox Sports 1 on Sunday. And then they finish the regular season against the side underneath them in the Western Conference. You would assume it would be 2nd against 3rd to end the season on Fox Sports North. Man, how great is that going to be? We talk about it being decision day. It will really be decision day because it will have a lot of meaning for Minnesota United, seeing in what position they finish, if they host a home playoff match, if they take care of business this Sunday against LAFC at home. Let's get some final thoughts from our on-field analyst, former Minnesota United midfielder Jamie Watson. Jamie, you've been with this football club and in and around it for a long, long time. I can't imagine you have seen anything as special as what we've seen this evening.
No, I mean, there were some championships in the NASL days, but as far as the MLS days, look, this takes the cake, and I think it's a culmination of several years of hard work and preparation to get to this moment. But in a way, isn't it a bit indicative of what this team has become? you get two new guys, Ozzie Alonso and Hassani Dotson, who are the ones that score the goal on the night that pushes MLS playoffs here for the very first time in MLS history for Minnesota United. You start to wonder, this team has made some changes over the course of the 3-year time span in Major League Soccer. And it's only fitting that two players that have really excelled this season, one that's been doing it for well over a decade, one that looks as though he could be doing it for the next decade. It's Minnesota United, it's new Minnesota United, and we're going to be seeing postseason play for the first time in Minnesota United's MLS history. It's pretty exciting times, and it's only going to get better from here.
Unbelievably exciting times. Jamie Watson, thank you very much for your contributions here this evening. Kindred St Aubin now, as several players have said to us in the post-game show, now all eyes focus on LAFC in a few days' time.
That's exactly it. You celebrate this maybe just till you leave the locker room here tonight, and then you move right on, because there is no rest for the weary. Everybody's in the same position at this point of the season. The games have come thick and fast. Minnesota in their 10th double game week tonight. It's done now. You've got Sunday and you've got next Sunday, and you've got to take care of business at home.
Catch your breath whilst Minnesota catch a star. My thanks, as always, to Kindred St Aubin, Jamie Watson, Morgan Lubin, our producer, and the entirety of our Fox Sports North production crew here at Allianz Field. There were plenty of surprises, it's safe to say. And there were even more surprises on the field as Minnesota United, after going down by 1-0, were able to claw their way back into the realm of relevance and claimed a victory that they also desperately needed over Sporting Kansas City. Minnesota march on, and the playoffs beckon.